Good evening and welcome. Tonight, a tense exchange on Capitol Hill is raising serious questions about who is really in charge of the Department of Education and how decisions affecting thousands of federal workers are being made. If you want clear, no-nonsense breakdowns of hearings like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next report.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. No, I think it's my question time, if I can.
I thought I had a few
They'll
more
start the
seconds.
clock. I just don't want to lose my clock.
Oh,
And if we could do short-term answers rather than long-term ones too, that'd be helpful, just because I got a lot I'd like to talk about. Let's
Some-
talk about
some
waste,
need
fraud, and abuse a
explanation.
little more, about DOGE. So you fired 1,300 people, another 600 people took Elon Musk's deferred resignation offer. Did you fire the people, or did DOGE fire the people? I'm not completely clear on that.
Most, excuse me, most of that restructuring happened under the acting.
Short-term, did you fire or did DOGE
Well,
fire?
I'm going to tell you who I fired.
I know, but that's why I'm trying to get short-term
So
questions.
the
It's
short
one or
term
the
is-
other,
well,
right?
You're using our time.
Yeah.
So most of that was done before I came on board. However, the
DOGE.
decisions in the department I run the department. DOGE does not run the
Okay,
department.
so you didn't answer the question. Did you fire them or did DOGE? It's real simple.
A good majority of that happened before I came on board.
Okay, and by a good majority, two-thirds, three-quarters?
But yes, I'd say.
Okay, fair, okay. And how many times did you meet with Elon Musk
I've
about
met
firing?
with Mr. Musk probably 3 to 4 times now,
Okay,
not including when I was on the transition committee and had several opportunities to speak with him.
sure. And then if I understand it right, on your Department of Education employee roster, you have right now at least is about 16 DOGE employees, is that correct right now, working with you?
I can get back to you to the exact number. I don't think it's that high, but we
Okay.
do have, they are employees. Those that we have are employees of the federal
And
government.
when you did their background checks to see how they're qualified about education, how many had undergraduate degrees and how many had graduate degrees in
I
education?
can get back to you on that.
Okay, so you don't know offhand.
No,
Did you ask that question?
no.
No, okay. Did you ask if any of them were teachers previously?
I did not interview those people that are part of the
Okay.
DOGE group.
And did you ask if any of them worked in schools? Did you know if they were
Actually, I had a
asked?
conversation with one of them yesterday who did have a background in education, technology education, and had worked across several different aspects and was really schooling me a little bit on some of the AI things that we could bring in.
So one of them had a good background, good. Any of them work in universities that you know of prior?
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. So part of my concern is, I know yesterday there was this big splash, Elon Musk is stepping back. We call that horse hockey where I come from, right? We know it's not real. He's in the back closet. I understand you guys don't want his, front and center, but he's still in the room. And he's still making a lot of these decisions. And that's the real problem that I have is, you've got a bunch of folks that he brought in that you've admitted you didn't hire, you don't know their backgrounds, if they have anything in education, yet they're helping you fire half of your employees right now. And I'm really concerned about that. Do you know if any of them have requested or gained access to any sensitive data held by the department, including student loan borrower data?
Well, as government employees now, they have been vetted through the same process than any other government employee would. And so what access would be granted to other government
would have,
employees,
okay.
they have.
That's fine. And then, do you know the number of people that you've had to reinstate of those fired?
It's about 74.
About 74. So how did that happen? Because, I've been an employer for 37 years. The dumbest thing I could possibly do is fire someone just to rehire them, right? Because you've given them no job security. It's like beyond stupid, right? Not saying that because you didn't do it. Clearly, it sounds like this is from Elon Musk. But how did that happen, that people got fired and no one thought of you might need them in your department?
Some of that did happen when I returned.
Okay.
Now, I was in the private sector. I have done restructuring in firms, and it's painful to do that.
Yeah. But
And
fire people
wait,
to
no,
rehire them?
well, here's the thing.
Like, usually that's not a strategy.
When you are restructuring in a company, you hope that you're just cutting fat. Sometimes you cut a little in the muscle, and you realize it as you're continuing with your programs, and you can bring people back to do that.
Yeah,
So
or
that's
you
what
can
we
plan
did.
ahead and not fire people to rehire them, right? That would be another strategy that I think is more often used. Would you agree?
Well, I'm saying that I have been on both sides of that coin, and I found them both to be effective.
Okay, interesting. We have a different perspective on that, but maybe the world of all-star wrestling is different than my world of business to business. You talked about, I agree with you, about contracts enriching private contractors at public expense. Does Elon Musk have any contracts with the Department of Education?
First of all, I just
It's
need
a simple
to,
question,
well,
please.
not
This
that I
is
know
my
of.
time. I have 38 seconds, please,
Well,
Madam
I don't
Secretary.
know if he does or not.
You don't know if Elon Musk has any contracts in your department, and you've met with him multiple times?
Elon Musk doesn't have contracts in my department.
So Department of Education, there are no contracts with any Elon Musk company. That's what I'm asking.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. All right. You want to check a blue card real quick, or are you pretty sure of that?
I said not to my knowledge.
Okay.
If I find out differently, I'll be happy to get back to you.
All right. And just in the last few seconds I have, just real quick on private schools getting public dollars, just so you know, something like 3/4 of the students that wind up going into those schools already attend those schools, and they're getting tax money. So if we get rid of the Department of Education, should we put the private voucher program under Ways and Means, because it's really more of a tax benefit than an education benefit?
Well, I'm happy to get back to you on that as to how we restructure the Department of Education going forward and how those programs are handled.
Great. Appreciate it. Thank you, Madam Secretary.
You're welcome.
During today's hearing, Secretary Linda McMahon faced pointed questioning over layoffs, restructuring, and the growing influence of DOGE, a government efficiency initiative closely associated with Elon Musk. What started as a request for short, direct answers quickly turned into a revealing moment about accountability inside the department. The lawmaker pressed McMahon on a basic but critical issue. Roughly 1,300 employees were fired, and another 600 accepted a deferred resignation offer connected to DOGE. The question was simple. Who made those decisions? Was it DOGE, or was it the Department of Education itself? As viewers, this matters because accountability determines who Congress can hold responsible and who it cannot. McMahon's response was careful and at times evasive. She emphasized that most of the restructuring happened before she officially took office, under an acting leadership team. At the same time, she insisted that DOGE does not run the department, and that she, as secretary, is ultimately in charge. That combination left lawmakers frustrated. If most of the firings happened before her tenure, but she claims full authority now, then the question becomes, who approved the plan, and under whose philosophy was it carried out? This is where the exchange becomes more than political theater. Federal agencies are not startups, and they are not supposed to operate like Silicon Valley experiments. The questioning then shifted to Elon Musk himself. McMahon acknowledged that she has met with Musk 3 to 4 times since taking office, not including additional interactions during the presidential transition. That admission is significant. While Musk holds no elected office, his influence through DOGE has become a recurring theme across multiple agencies. Each meeting raises questions about transparency and about how much sway a private billionaire should have over public institutions. That detail matters more than it may seem. When outside initiatives place staff inside federal agencies, it blurs the line between advisory roles and operational control. Are these individuals shaping policy, managing budgets, or influencing personnel decisions? And if something goes wrong, who answers for it? These are not abstract questions. They affect how government power is exercised in real life.